marathon. One of the hardest runs of mankind. I'm talking broken ligaments, fractured feet, ruptured knees. Essentially, you're running for 42 kilometers non-stop.
You want to finish? Okay, you finish, no problem.
Before running a marathon, Google advises to train for 16 to 20 weeks and to sleep for at least 7 hours before the day of the race. To be honest, I don't know anyone who wouldn't do that before running a marathon. I will be running a marathon with 0 training and 0 rest. Why would you want to do this? Let me explain. As a kid, I ran a lot. I mean, bears. But all that stopped when I began putting on muscle in the gym. Anyway, I wanted a challenge. I wanted something that I've never done before, and practically something that no one has ever done before. But I'll specify on that later. For now, all that was left to do was get a marathon booked. Alright, I think we're in. I think we found one. For a bit of a cost, but we're still in. 19 hours remaining till the marathon. I have 2 big problems. Number 1, I have no running shoes. Oh my gosh, why are there so many shoes to choose from? I think I'm gonna go with these, you know. Alright, I'll be lying if I said I wasn't a bit tired. Currently 9:47 and I finish at 9 a.m. Marathon's at 10:45. Who convinced me to do this? I don't know. Hopefully during the race I'm not too sleepy, I'm not too sluggish, and I'm able to finish. The main important thing is finishing the marathon, so I'll probably talk to you guys when I finished work. So I finished my night shift and I headed straight to the marathon. Well, is this your first time doing it?
First everyone, yeah.
Yeah, same to be fair.
I think everyone around should get you going a bit quicker, shouldn't they?
Yeah, at the start everyone's gonna be like all together, and then midway everyone's gonna separate and stuff. Can't lie, right now I don't even know where I'm going too much, but I'm just following the crowd, to be fair. Okay, everyone seems to be gathering around here, so I think we have made it to the start. This is definitely the start, but look at their trainers, man. I spent £50 on mine, but theirs are over like £200. Everyone's off. We were off, and to be honest, I didn't have a game plan. I was just doing it for vibes. I'm joking. I wanted to finish under 4 hours. In order to do that, I would need to run each 1 kilometer under 7 minutes. Remember, there are 42 kilometers in a marathon, so I'll be letting you guys know how many kilometers remaining on the bottom left of the screen. And everything was seeming easy. I mean, super easy. I was enjoying the scenery. I was running with the front of the group. We had whole roads locked off. The sun was shining, though it was a bit cold, I must say. But I was generally running well. I started thinking, this is a bit too easy. Let me go a bit faster. And so I did.
When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die.
However, despite all this early success, I want you guys to remember I was running this on 0 sleep, because it seems that I myself forgot.
I can't even talk. But my aim is to take it slow and steady until my body starts giving up.
At the 5 kilometers mark, all of a sudden, I began feeling thirsty. I mean, very thirsty. I was told there'll be water stations at every 5 kilometers, but they were nowhere to be seen. There's got to be water somewhere here. There's so many people cheering, there has to be water bottles somewhere. Kind of wanted to stop and ask if there's any water around, but I didn't want to slow down. I ain't even gonna front. I need a water bottle right now. And then to my rescue, there was a big yellow sign saying water bottles, and I got gassed because it couldn't have come at a better time.
Thank you.
After drinking the water, I felt like I was untouchable. I felt like I just had a power up, like in superhero films. Anyway, I was back on track. Despite the success, I couldn't forget that there were still many things that could go wrong. Like my eyes deciding to shut by itself. Or worst of all, the wall. When your body simply runs out of energy, your legs can barely move. And this happens to professionals. So as someone who was doing this on 0 rest and 0 training, what was going to happen to me?
To be fair, I'm vlogging the whole journey and seeing how it goes. But yeah, we'll see how I do. I never run before. Not really. I run locally, yeah, like around the block and stuff like that, 10k, but nothing of this distance. Yeah. Nothing of this distance. I'm just seeing people just keep on whizzing past me. I'm like, wow.
Just keep yourself moving.
Literally. Yeah, good luck, man.
Just keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
So I listened to the words of my new friend Steve, and I kept it rolling. So determined to finish under 4 hours, I continued to run. And kept running. But something strange began to happen as I approached the halfway mark.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I genuinely feel like quitting. My legs are giving up. You know when you've gone to the gym and your muscles are sore? That's how my legs feel. My legs just feel full of blood.
Yeah, what you're seeing there is indeed saliva. Let's just say I tried to spit and Mother Nature spat back at my face. Although I was keeping a straight face, deep down I was panicking. Well, at least no one saw. I hope not anyway, because that would be disgusting. As I mentioned before, it wasn't just my legs that were taking a toll. Other people began to feel it too.
I'm seeing a lot of people start to really feel it. Some person was just vomiting on the floor. I've seen a lot of people start walking. This is the mark where injuries are prone. You can snap bones, fracture bones, and I don't want to do that. Another victim. Another victim. Cheers. Definitely water this time. Definitely gonna grab it.
Before this, I had missed out on the previous water grab, so there was no way I was gonna miss this one.
Thank you.
Every water squeeze felt like a gasp of fresh air, of oxygen. And well, let's just say I got carried away. But little did I know that this would be the worst thing I could ever do this race. Because 20 seconds later, this happened. My eyes started burning, and I'm not exaggerating. I could not see anything. I started thinking my water was spiked by the lady I took it. Well, I figured it's fatigue mixed with sweat. All I could do was blink rapidly and hope. And somehow the blinking worked because I could see, and I would make sure I'd never done that again.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there.
When doing my research, apparently at 20 miles is when your body was most likely to hit the wall. And to be fair, my body had been through it. My calves, my legs, my eyes, my back, my everything. Remember at the start when I was saying, this is a bit too easy, so I went faster. Well, I take that back. Everyone began overtaking.
I'm a lone wolf in this one. By myself, boy.
Even my guy Steve from earlier on left me. I was truly beginning to slack. And this is how you know I started giving up. I started watching people's calves, man. I can't lie, he's got good calves. Even though I was slowing down or being distracted, whatever you want to call it, I had built a buffer of time. So as long as I did not stop, I would finish the race under 4 hours. I was currently at 3 hours and 30 minutes. So whatever I did, I could not stop.
My legs.
Cramp. I got hit with a bad cramp. I can't express how much pain I was in at this point. The victim hunter had become the biggest victim himself. All I could do was limp. If I continued limping, I wasn't going to break sub 4 hours. So I just firmed the pain and I continued running. I mean, look, I even motivated this guy. And God was on my side this day because somehow my legs had recovered.
Where's the finish? Is it where we started?
Down that way.
Oh my gosh.
Just put it on the escape.
Just behind the escape, yeah? Nearly there.
5 minutes to go and it was looking possible. But then these men decided that it can't be that easy. Let's make it a bit harder for them. How were they hitting us with a hill right at the end? If I'm being honest, this was very demotivating. This was bad news for me. 4 minutes to go and everyone was overtaking me. I was slowing down so bad. But then I remembered why I was doing it. For the views. Nah, I'm joking. Well, the views is part of it, but the main thing is I wanted to finish the marathon with 0 sleep under 4 hours. Having climbed the hill, I was hoping the remaining terrain would be flat. This was by far the most difficult thing I've ever done in a long time. In fact, in my whole life. Another question was, would I complete the race sub 4 hours? I continued to push.
Final 200 meters. We're this close.
And I pushed until I noticed the crowd getting bigger. But now the question was my effort in vain or did I do it under 4 hours?
Come on!
24 hours since I last slept. First time doing a marathon. Several victims of the wall, including myself. Vomit, saliva, we saw it all. Despite this, the question is, did I complete the marathon under 4 hours?
Last 100 meters. Ah.